afternoon, or rather I should say good evening, because greetings from the Cayman Islands, where I'm currently bagged and tagged, as you can see, and under house arrest, also known as quarantine. I can look out at the ocean, but I'm not allowed to walk on the beach. I'm sure I can hear the sounds of sympathy as I tell you this, but actually it started off as a beautiful day and then the rains have come in, so it's rather grey and overcast. When I received the email from Dana saying that the trustees of Spark 21 would like to award me with this year's Lifetime Achievement Award, I was taken aback, but at the same time very touched and honoured. I was taken aback because I have not carried out a stock check of what I have done. Touched and honoured because someone else has done that stock check. The next reaction was to think, a lifetime achievement, but I haven't retired and I don't propose to do so in the near future. Don't pension me off. There's so much more to do. But having said that, this award gives me the license to reflect a little on things past and to look forward to things future. If you had used the word intersectionality when I was first at the bar, I would have given you a vacant look. But indeed, that is what affected me both in my professional and social life. Luck played a significant part in my obtaining pupillage in 1981. I had no real contacts at the bar, save for a friend at bar school, whose uncle was a silk at the chambers of the then Attorney General, Sir Michael Havertz. An introduction was made, and eventually I obtained a pupillage there. Later, I became the first black tenant in those chambers. It attracted some media attention. An outspoken black member of the bar, who shall remain nameless, said that I was a token and a coconut, taken on to make the establishment set look good. That was both unfair and unkind. It was unfair because although I was the first black tenant, Chambers had 3 pupils of colour during my pupillage, all women. This was extremely unusual at that time. Immediately prior to me, there were 2 male and 2 female pupils, and the female pupil was taken on. It was unkind because it had a profound effect on the way I conducted myself. It robbed me of confidence and made me constantly worry about being neither one thing nor another. I was the only black tenant in an establishment set, but, as I believed, not black enough to be embraced by the black lawyers at the bar, given the comments of the barrister I mentioned. I kept my head down, therefore, and concentrated on my work, but that in itself was not without its challenges. Sadly, some of my clearest memories are negative ones. I've given examples in the past of clients who said they didn't want a woman representing them before I'd even engaged with them. There were clients who said they wanted the previous male barrister who represented them on the last hearing. It didn't happen regularly, but I can remember their faces. They were all white, both male and female. And I was always left wondering whether it was my gender or my race which was the decisive factor, or both, representing the worst of all worlds from certain clients' perspectives. Others did not object, but gave you the look, and some of you will know what I mean. You did a good job for them. Would it change their prejudices? I came to the conclusion it would not. The clerks preferring the male pupils was another issue. To whom did you speak? Your white pupil masters, even though very supportive? My first 3 months of pupillage were spent at the Old Bailey. In the female robing room, I was privileged on a daily basis to observe the role models of the time, formidable women, Jean Southworth, Barbara Mills, Anne Kernow, Anne Goddard, and our own Helena, although she was not in silk at that time. I very much wanted to engage with Helena, by far the most approachable. I wanted to talk to her about a book on the bar which featured her, but I was far too shy. Now I would know better. I'm not going to bore you with war stories, whether of triumph or despair. What I can say is that it is a privilege to have been a lawyer and enjoyed the career that I did. It is also a privilege to be the first person of color to be appointed to the High Court bench. I stepped down early, in great part due to a desire to pursue the very many interests I had and have, which were not possible on the bench given the various constraints. That includes mentoring and supporting young Black and female school children, law students, and young lawyers. There is no doubt that there has been change over the years, and things are getting better for women and minority ethnic professionals, although it has to be said that the change has not been swift and deep enough. But will there ever be true equality? Not according to Bernardine Evaristo, who in her recent podcast manifesto said this: inequalities of one kind or another will always exist because the human race is tribal and hierarchical, and primarily historically patriarchal. If we choose to advocate for change, we might as well enjoy the battle. I find activism energizing, productive, and rewarding, as opposed to whinging about society's inequalities and waiting for change to happen. And this is where Spark 21 comes in. Dana, its founder, has done the most remarkable job of raising the profile of women in the law and other professions, both with Spark 21 and her own business. She showcases and promotes the abilities of professional women. She has brought role models to life for the new generation and has given the younger ones the courage to aspire. And that is why I'm honored to receive the award from Spark 21. I suppose one day the question will be asked about me, what did she do? Whilst I would prefer to be under the radar, I do understand the responsibility of being a role model. But I'm not the only one. All of you here are role models for the next generation, presenting as it does an opportunity to give back. For me, giving back is very important. Helping to realize the potential of our youth is critical, and that is what I try to do. History will judge us as we stand here, and what a difference we could make if, for example, each of us were to mentor a young woman, especially one from a minority or disadvantaged background, being there to guide, support, and advise them. So let us not whinge, therefore, but take a leaf out of Spark 21's book and work towards a more equal future. And thank you very much again for this award. Thank you.